Hey, what's up, Planeswalkers? So, as of Wednesday, June 25th, 2014, we have some version of all of the M15 Planeswalkers Spoiled, which is really awesome, and I'm going to show them all to you today. So, for the white Planeswalker, we have a Johnny the Steadfast. It's a 4-mana 4/4 with a +1 up to 1 target creature gains +1/+1. Lifelink, Vigilance, and First Strike until end of turn. This is a lot of abilities and would definitely be helpful. It would be better if it was a combat trick, but sadly, Planeswalkers don't work that way. Just keep in mind this is a translated mock, so we don't know that these are the exact words, but this is what it does. And it has a -2, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, and put a 1 loyalty counter on each other planeswalker you control. I think this is really a pretty powerful ability. And then we also have its -7. If a source would deal damage to you or a planeswalker you control, prevent all but 1 damage, which is a pretty crazy ability. It's just really powerful, and also, you know, in some formats, it's pretty easy to get to your 8th turn, or 9th turn if you want to keep it alive, and pull off that ability. So it's pretty cool. Next, we don't have much of Jace. We just have the name and the art. I don't know if this is more just a speculation, but this was on mythicspoiler.com. And so it's an unofficial mock-up. I don't know if the name is for sure, or even if the art is for sure, but it's cool that we have a card, even if we don't really know anything about it. And for our black planeswalker, for our Liliana, we have a reprint of Liliana Vest, which is interesting because normally once there's a new planeswalker, they don't go way back to its original one. But the people at Wizards of the Coast said Liliana of the Veil is too powerful for standard. So yeah, Liliana Vest is a really powerful planeswalker, and that's cool. Next we have Nissa, Worldwaker. This is one of the most interesting cards for M15, planeswalkers for M15. It's kind of strange to be putting this in here, especially, well, there's the whole strange thing with Garruk probably being black-green, and I'll talk about that a little more later because we do have something for that. And so this is taking the green place, I guess. And the most strange thing is that it doesn't have anything to do with elves, and elves is like Nissa's thing, you know? So anyway, it's a 5-mana, 3 loyalty planeswalker, which is really ouch, you know? To have 2 less loyalty than what it costs, it's got to be pretty good. And it has a +1, target land you control becomes a 4/4 elemental creature with trample. It's still a land. This is a powerful ability that we've seen in Koth before, and I don't know how powerful it is really in competitive play, but I played Koth in one of my first decks, and that ability is a really awesome casual ability. And although, of course, with Koth it didn't have trample and it was mountains, so this is even better. And then it has another +1 where you get to untap up to 4 target forests, so you could yeah, it works well with forests, and you know, that's basically like adding 4 to your mana pool, which is really good. Although you have to choose one of these, which is annoying. And then it's -7. Search your library for any number of basic lands, put them onto the battlefield, and shuffle your library. They're 4/4 elemental creatures with trample. They're still lands. It's kind of strange that they don't put like a counter on it to make them those, but I guess, I don't know. And that is a really awesome ability. Although it would take, let's see, 5th turn, 9th, 10th turn, I think it would have to be, to use that. So, maybe this card would be good in ADH Commander. That's the only place I could see it. Well, that's the only place I could see the big minus going off, and really the only place that I can see it being a good card. And then we have a reprint of Chandra Pyromaster. Strange that we only have 2 reprints this year. And this is probably the best Chandra, and it's standard playable, and it's, you know, I'm glad they reprinted it. Now, what you've all been waiting for, Garruk. We have a Garruk. You will probably notice that it's like white there, and there's no mana symbol there. And why is that? This is going to be something at the pre-release, and we would probably guess that it's kind of like the Xenagos that was in the Face the Xenagos deck, or Defeat a God deck. And I'm actually kind of bummed about that, because I was hoping that that pre-release stuff would be kind of unique to the Theros block, and having a sealed Face the Hydra deck or whatever would be, you know, a rare collectible thing, but it's going to be less like that if they continue to make things like this. But anyway, this basically guarantees that the other card will be black-green, because it's green and it's black, and it has similar abilities, wolf abilities, to the other kind of, well, it was green, but it flipped into a black side, so it has similar abilities to another kind of black-green Garruk, and so it basically guarantees that it's gonna be black-green, and so it has a 0, put a 2/2 wolf, +4. Target wolf gets +1/+0 in Death Touch. That's another ability that it shares with Garruk Relentless. -10, destroy target creature, put loyalty counters on Garruk the Slayer equal to that creature's toughness. And -25, destroy all creatures Garruk the Slayer doesn't control. So, basically, you're facing this as a planeswalker, and Garruk controls them. Interesting. So, anyway, leave me your comments on all of these planeswalkers and the new possible Garruk stuff happening, and everything in the comments below. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.